Hello fellow Star Trek Fleet Commanders, this is Black Captain 8 from BHD8 Gaming, and in this video we're going to make an attempt to make one of the more frustrating experiences you will have in Star Trek Fleet Command a little bit less so. No, we're not talking about those infinite incursions, though they do have some of their own issues. Instead, we will be honing in on the common problems that players face on maintenance/patch day. Let's do it. First and foremost, credit goes to Ryanz, a user on our Discord server who posted this in our Video Ideas channel. If you too have an idea you would like us to cover on this channel, please follow Ryan's example and drop it in that channel on our Discord server. The thought process behind this video and the idea, I believe, was to have something that we could link other players to on patch day or maintenance day to make it a little bit more digestible for those players and allow them to catch up with the rest of us who kind of have dealt with this many times and know what to expect and how to overcome them. The very first thing that we want to do, however, is manage player expectations. This day is very different than any other day in the game. There will be bugs and issues, and you really need to understand that is going to happen, but there are some things you can do to make it a little less frustrating. The common recurring issues that we see almost every single patch day include lag, some sort of scoring latency or event latency where you see retrieving or something like that in place of the actual event or description, or sometimes the people who have scored in that event. The inability to locate either a new game feature or an event, as we stated previously, because you just don't have access to it at all while other players do. And for some reason, a lot of players seem to complain that that golden shield, which is called a Ceasefire shield, so I guess I do see the point there, does not protect all of their ships at all from PvP. Just like your normal blue P shield, only the ships that are docked in your base are protected from PvP, while your base itself is also protected. So please understand, a Ceasefire shield is just the name Scopely has given a free 8-hour shield they slapped on your base because they perform some sort of maintenance, and in no way should you expect there to be a Ceasefire on your server. Now that we've covered that, let's look at the things you can do for the other issues. Of course, because this is a patch or maintenance day, the very first thing you should try after you've managed your expectations is to make sure that you are updated to the latest version of the app or client. Yes, I know you probably did update at some point in time before you logged in that day. However, you need to understand that frequently they will release a smaller patch to fix some sort of issue or to further release something in the game. Yes, that very same day that you already updated. But even if you had not, the general rule is to go back to wherever you first found that app in your app store, Play Store, or on the PC client itself, and to check for the button that says that you can update it. To update the PC client, it's pretty easy. You just launch it real quick. This play button will be an update button. Once that finishes, you're ready to go. If you are still convinced that your client has something to do with why you're not seeing what you need to see there, drop this little options down to repair. Let it do its thing. It will take a little while, but that should do everything you need to do on the PC client. Android devices are pretty easy. We're using BlueStacks. We'll go straight to our Play Store, click our account icon up here, go to Manage Apps and Device, go to Updates, Available, and Star Trek Fleet Command. And thank you to our Patreon, Joyzy Ma, for this footage here. To update on your iOS devices, you'll open your App Store, tap your profile icon at the top of the screen, and scroll down to the app you want to update. Here it's Star Trek Fleet Command. Furthermore, restart the game, application, etc. very frequently. Make sure that you are closing and reopening probably every 5 to 10 minutes until everything works smoothly for you and you have access, visibility, etc. to everything everybody else says that they do. Now, the lag issue is generally worked out within an hour or two of the new events launching once that reset happens. So there's not really a lot for you to do there, just to be a little bit patient and try to power through it like the rest of us do. The scoring latency is a little bit different. That's where there are points for either a single leaderboard, alliance leaderboard, or some sort of milestone event. You go do exactly what it tells you to do to score in the event, and you see that your score has not actually changed at all. Sometimes it stays at 0, sometimes it just takes forever before you actually see those points. Now you actually have a couple options here. Either you go ahead and power through the event, expecting that at some point in time you will get credit for completion, though you won't really know how many more hostiles you have to kill or whatever the action is you need to perform before you have finished it, which is a little bit frustrating for many people. The other option that you really have is to completely ignore that event anyways, because sometimes Scopely will either completely pull that event and give everybody a gift chest, or they will reduce the scoring, etc. to make the event a little bit different than how it launched anyways. Real quickly, if you are finding any value at all out of this video, please leave it a like for us. Comment down below if you feel like there's anything else that we should be mentioning to other players. Remember, these videos are really just a seed for the greater community to start discussing the topics provided within it down below in the description and on the Discord server. Make sure that you subscribe, it really helps the channel a lot, and of course share this video with any of your friends or alliance mates that are frustrated with patch day, maintenance day when those come around. If you would like to financially support our channel, we very much thank you for doing so. You can do that with the links to the PayPal and Patreon in our description below. You can also join this channel for all sorts of cool features and perks as well. Our live streams do run every Friday from 9 p.m. until around 12 a.m. So check those out if you have not already. They are quite fun for me, and I'm pretty sure that the community enjoys them as well. They're a great session to hang out live with myself and the crew. Let's go back to that golden Ceasefire shield for one more moment, because yes, players should not expect anything to be different there, but perhaps the leaders of our alliances and even just the standard members should remind players that this shield does not work any differently than normal. Really, it only exists for players who were unable to log in as usual during that maintenance window, so they have some sort of protection on their base until they can get back on and put up a normal shield. The gold shield works just like the blue shield. Neither one of those shields will ever protect your undocked ships. They have to be docked in your base to not get hit, and that is because your base cannot get hit while you have one of those shields up, assuming that an incursion isn't going on and you're not in a space that will suppress your shield. Now, Scopely, if you're watching for some reason, please change the name of that shield to anything but Ceasefire, because it is very confusing for many players, especially new ones. If you are at a loss for what to do during this time, when there is lag and you are just really frustrated with the game and you do not know how to proceed with your life, we do have a couple recommendations for you that will make your life a lot better and will set you up for success in the upcoming month. The highest recommendation that we have is to go make sure that your Star Trek Fleet Command Officer tool is accurate for the upcoming month. Usually one of those will have launched right around the same time. You'll have a new version. You will have to go import to the new version anyways. So while you're in there, touch up on any officers that you have improved, be that their away team traits, ranks, or levels. Make sure that that is up to date. Not leaving out Junebree's awesome Spox.club website. It's a generally good idea to go in there and make sure that you have upgraded your operations level, your buildings, your research, etc. for the upcoming month as well. Alternatively, you can just send out some miners and let them passively do some work for you while you do something else in real life. Go take a walk, read a book, get caught up on Star Trek movies and TV shows, or you can binge watch all the videos on the BHD8 gaming channel. Big things are to just not go complain a bunch in your Alliance chat and Galaxy chat. We all know that these things are occurring in the game. We all know that they're frustrating, and it really doesn't help anyone if we're all out there just whining about it. It does happen. Follow these tips in the video or keep your head down and just ride it out like the rest of us. Real quickly, we do recommend on patch days that you hold off on picking up that final of your daily mission chests, the big one, usually around the 260-ish mark, because sometimes Scopely crams new goodies in there for players, and you won't be able to have access to those until after the events reset, usually around 12 p.m. Eastern or 11 a.m. Eastern. Sometimes that can happen too for some reason, but when they launch the treasury, some players were not able to open it as quickly because that treasury event ran relatively fast. And if you didn't have that last mission chest to open for the day, you missed out on 100 points there, and you had to go grind out those hostiles instead if you wanted access to your treasury unlock faster. Sure, that is just a one-off, but who knows how Scopely will repurpose this in the future, so it is our recommendation on this channel to not open that chest until after the events have reset. Share this video as needed with your friends and alliance mates, or even just people on your server who are experiencing any kind of anxiety with the patch or maintenance that occurs, especially around a new battle pass, to help improve our community as a whole. If you have never used the Star Trek Fleet Command Officer tool, now is a great time to go ahead and get your hands on it, and you can check out the series we did covering it right up here. Thank you to Stewie, Do, Lube, and the team for that amazing tool. You can also go check out Spox.club if you've never been there. It is an amazing tool to help you figure out really all sorts of aspects of the game there, and Stewie Doo and Junebree's have also collaborated together to make taking data from one tool to the other much easier. Now, thank you to both of you for your contributions to the community. A huge thank you to everybody who has supported the channel so far. Choose to live, my friends, and we'll see you again soon.